Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. So today I'm going to be doing a full gear loadout for my recent 5-day journey into the wilderness. So let's get to it. Alright, so the ideal backpack for a river trip like this where you're on a kayak is not going to be the backpack that I show you in this video today. Ideally, I'd be using a waterproof backpack like ones made by the company Sea Line, like we sell on CanadianPreparedness.com. But we recently brought in some products from the Vanquest company, who is highly respected in the survival and preparedness community. So I wanted to battle test one of their packs, so that's the pack that you're going to see in this video. Let's get to it.
Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. So if I look like crap because I've been in the bush for the last 5 days and I'm about 4 hours away from a long anticipated shower. So that's going to be awesome when that finally happens. Just made it back to civilization, found some potable water, and man does it taste good. Anyways, I thought today I would go over what I took on the 5-day outing with Survival Lily and just show you the gear that I was packing on that trip, the boat that I was using, and all the rest. So let's get right into it. Now the first thing I brought was my Apple One knife. This is made by, well, it's Survival Lily's knife. I'll post a link in the description if you want to pick one of these up. Really good knife. I'm going to be doing an in-depth review on this. It might have already come out before this video, but if not, then stay tuned for that. So this bag right here is a Markhor 45. It's from Vanquest. In my opinion, one of the best backpacking companies there is. Probably superior to Maxpedition in a lot of ways. And as you can see here, I got the 12 gauge Maverick 88 on there. That's a bear gun, basically. That's the only thing we really have to worry about in terms of predators. Maybe wolves, but they usually keep their distance from humans, so not a big deal. The thing I like about this backpack is that it does have the option to amend any kind of rifle or gun to it. So there's so many options on this backpack. I'm actually going to be going into more depth in a future video, but in my opinion, this is the ultimate Bugout backpack. There's no backpack that I've seen that's superior to this one. It's just, there's so many options. I would need an hour and a half to explain all the detail of what goes on this pack to you, and I plan on doing that in the near future. So to take the gun out, we just disconnect those. Goes through that webbing there, or through those loops at the bottom, elastics. So with this, what you can do is you can attach your sleeping bag to the bottom here. I use I believe it's called a hot core sleeping bag. So you can flip this around, put it on here so you can have the elastic if you want, or you can have the laser cut MOLLE webbing. So that's what I went with. When I'm not carrying the knife on my side, I'll put the knife on the laser cut MOLLE webbing, or I'll have it on the front shoulder strap. You can fit any MOLLE webbing compatible pouch on these. And so on the side here, I have a water filter bottle. So this has a built-in water filter. It's an Aquamira. It has a Redline virus filter in there, which is good for 120 gallons. The thing with water filters you got to keep in mind is if the water is really murky or muddy, it's going to clog the filter and you're going to have to possibly back flush it. So I would only use a filter like this on water which is not that muddy, which you could perhaps even see through, but you know, it's mostly transparent, we'll say, but you're still unsure about what's in the water. So Aquamira water filter bottle, excellent. And I have the Nalgene bottle. This you can put right on the coals in the fire. This totally comes off the plastic, and this is just a shoelace type rope that goes around it. So you can take that off, put it right on the fire. Here I have a bear flare, which is also a signal flare and an emergency way to start fire, or, you know, signal for help. And in here I just have a few little things. I have a rain fly, some medication, other things like that, little odds and ends. On this side, this really came in handy. This is the 5 Joy shovel. I've done a review on it before, and really good shovel. You can actually turn it into a hoe configuration. You can use it for, you know, if you're climbing something, if you're trying to scale, you can fold it in a, what would you call it, like a pickaxe configuration. You can use it to whack at things. There's one sharp side, there's one serrated side, which sucks for sawing, and there's also, if you unscrew it, it's like one of those old Rambo knives. There's a bunch of survival implements in there. So here we have the Katana Boy 500. I would take this for shorter trips. Lily had her Silky Zubat 390, so I just brought this out for the bigger stuff. Normally I'd bring out the 650, but I thought I'd try out the 500, and it worked pretty well for what I needed it to. Not as fast as the 650, but slightly more portable. So up top, lots of pockets up here. Bug spray, flashlight, toilet paper wipes. I also have a thermocell for mosquitoes because the bugs get really bad around here. Just some other medication, personal hygiene stuff. And I'll just show you the back of this pack. Nice, really thick shoulder straps, really well made. It's made for ergonomics, so it's kind of like a hybrid civilian but military style backpack. So you get a lot of the features you would in a high-end yuppie civilian pack, and with the same features, if not more, than that you would get in a military pack. And it's built rock solid. All the zippers have these finger loops, which is super convenient. So this just opens up. And all I have in here is, you guessed it. Oh, and I should add these things here. These are just, you can actually buy so many different little accessories for this. You can buy molly sticks and different loop attachments, things like that. So these you don't just have to use them just for your pump gun, you can use them for anything. So right now we'll just buckle those up and we'll just undo this. And in here we have all sorts of pockets. I'm not using any of these pockets right now because I have my bug out roll. I'm gonna go into more depth about this pack. There's molly webbing inside, laser cut webbing. There's Velcro on the sides, lots of options. I just have lots of clothes in there, sweater, socks, underwear, everything polypropylene, because you want a good synthetic layer because you can wash this really easily and it'll dry out really easily. It doesn't stink as bad as cotton, and it's just generally, it adapts to your body temperature. So if you're too hot, it kind of cools you down a bit. If you're too cool, it's good to keep you warm. And like I said, it's easy to keep clean. I do have some antimicrobial underwear as well. It's always good for out here. All right, so in the bug out roll, we have lots of stuff. So we got some more DEET. We got some Captain Morgan's, because you know that's the bare essentials. We got, yes, I am a rum drinker. I don't drink that much, but when I do, it's always rum. Survival poncho. Survival Lily used one of these this trip. I have a emergency bivvy. I have some fire strip roll for starting fires, some waterproof matches, Right in the Rain notepad, Silky Pocket Boy, a slingshot from, what are these? This is the Hammer XT. I can't remember the name of the company. We sell them on the website. Some forks, cutlery. Right now it's kind of disorganized because we're at the end of the trip. Power Film solar. This is like a rollable solar panel with a battery bank built in. Done a review on that before. Here we have a adventure medical kit with a quick clot. Now, ideally I should have had this on the external of the backpack. I'm actually going to be moving this next time to the external of the pack and have a dedicated medical molly attached on the outside. But if you're just having this at a campsite, it's perfectly fine in here as long as it's accessible, because if you're in an emergency situation, you want your first aid to be as accessible as possible. Just a bunch of paracord, I think 100 feet of Titan Survivor cord, so that has brass wire, fishing line, what else does it have? 7 strains, I think it's 600-pound test, so very strong stuff. Firebox stove, which helped us out on this trip to boil water. We have some waxwood stick, fire steel, extra fishing line, a few flashlights, some camp soap, and yeah, that's about it for the bug out roll. In terms of the tent I was using this trip, I used the Mech Tarn 2. So it's a smaller tent, but it's not the most lightweight tent. So I'm going to be moving up to one of the alpine tents that I sell at CanadianPreparedness.com. It's going to be super lightweight. And in terms of the sleeping bag, like I said, using the hot core sleeping bag. Now this kayak that you see here, this is the Pelican Catch 120. The thing I like about this kayak is that it can carry a lot of weight. So for a kayak, most kayaks can't carry more than 300 pounds. This kayak can carry 400 pounds. A sit-on-top kayak, so it's actually a wide platform, so you can stand on it. It's built for fishing, so it's really comfortable and has an adjustable seat. So you can put the seat down if you want to row fast, so you're more aerodynamic, and you can put the seat up if you want to sit, so it's easier to cast if you're fishing. I mostly use it for fishing, but it really worked well on this trip because of the obviously the large amount of cargo that you can carry. And with a canoe, there are many places on this trip that we couldn't go with a canoe because there was too many rocks and there was too many parts that were shallow. So this platform allowed us to go over those rocks because it has this Ram X bottom, which is very durable. So you can go over the rocks. We were scraping the rocks left and right for the whole trip. So I've done an in-depth review of the Pelican Catch 120 before, taken it down the river many times, and I would strongly recommend it if you're a fisherman, or if you're even a person who likes kayaking. It's not the fastest kayak because it's not a streamlined design, but it's still pretty good for this kind of river where the current's doing a lot of the work for you. You can also augment it in numerous ways. Because it's such a wide platform, you get a lot of real estate to work with. If you want to put other things on it, like if you want to customize it, there's all sorts of ways you can customize these kayaks, particularly this one, because there is so much space to drill little holes here and there. And so I've put a lot of things on it. I did have a bit of an awning on it before with a solar panel built onto it for my trolling motor that I had on it when I go fishing. So that powers the battery, gives it a trickle charge while I'm running the trolling motor. And yeah, it's got some elastics, lots of different features. Survival Lily was using the upgraded version of this one. So she had a few more bells and whistles on hers, but they're pretty much the same kayak. She has the Catch 120 XT, I have the Catch 120. So in terms of the fishing rod I'm using, it's a bait caster reel with a ugly stick attachment. I was using mostly spoons on this trip until I lost them in the river. They got snagged while I was trolling. They got snagged on some rocks. Two of my best lures that I always catch fish with. And then I was stuck with a couple pickerel rigs and I wasn't able to catch much with those. So, it is what it is. C'est la vie. Life goes on, right? So anyways, that's pretty much it for the gear review. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out.
The best way to support this YouTube channel is to support yourself by gearing up through CanadianPreparedness.com or BugoutRoll.ca. Premium quality gear at the best possible price using the incredibly secure and easy to use Shopify platform. We offer free shipping to the United States for orders over $200 USD and free shipping to Canada over $75. So support the channel by supporting yourself.